students across our 3 campuses. Some other fun facts about what makes the University of Washington so great. We actually have the largest academic library system in our entire country. We have over 7 million volumes and 61,000 serial subscriptions. That's more than anybody could ever read in a lifetime. We are a top research university, and we receive more research funding than any other public university in the United States. And as was mentioned earlier, we're a very highly ranked university, both in computer science, as was mentioned before, and overall. The 2020 academic ranking of world universities ranked us as number 16 in the world, and then number 3 of public universities in the United States. Now, I'll be very honest. You should not choose a university or a program because of the ranking. You should choose a program or a university because it's the right fit for you, because it's strong in the areas that you want to study, you have a connection with the faculty, it's the right price, all of those things. But we like to brag. So we're definitely going to share those rankings with you. So we're here today to talk about computer science. And computer science, as you probably know, is a very hot industry. In the US alone, we're predicting over 11% job growth between 2019 and 2029, which is well above the average for other industries in the US. And in terms of the median annual wage, it's also a high-paying industry. So the average wage in the US is about $88,000 in 2019, which is about 1.2 billion Indonesian rupiah. So that's a pretty good salary for this field. And then, of course, there's lots of possible career paths, anything from IT consultant, database work, technical writing, systems analyst. There's so many different pathways that you can choose in this profession. UW teaches computer science at our Paul G. Allen School of Computer Science and Engineering. A few years ago, we decided to merge engineering and computer science into one department. And actually, computer science is our #1 requested major for undergraduate students. It's so competitive that many students aren't even able to get into the program. So we're very fortunate to be able to offer this. We have over 180 faculty and staff and about 2,000 undergraduate students majoring in computer science. So I mentioned that we're a research university. So you can see on the screen here some of the different specializations that our researchers in the computer science field are focusing on. You can see many different things here, from artificial intelligence, human-computer interaction, systems and networking. There's so many different things. UW is really driving the industry in its research here. So now I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the course that we're putting together in partnership with our computer science school and with G2 Academy. Okay, we're very excited about this opportunity. So this is a 6-week online course, and it explores all the fundamental concepts of computer science and computational thinking. And the interesting thing that makes this course so special is that it's not just lectures. I don't know if any of you are taking online courses, but so many times they're just lectures. You sit there and you stare at your screen on Zoom, and they're not very interactive. But our program is designed to be project-based, with lots of interaction with other students and with our instructor. Okay. You're going to learn about many different things, such as reasoning, problem solving, data representation, abstraction, operation of computers and networks. And something that I'm very interested in is the ethical aspects of information technology. We all know that information technology can bring about great advances for students and for society, but it can also be used in harmful ways, such as hacking. That's a big issue these days. So this course will actually explore some of the ethical ramifications of IT. Okay. And this course also focuses on real-world applications. So you're not just going to learn the concepts, we're going to talk about how would you actually use this in industry, in a job, in your day-to-day life. The course, as I mentioned, is 6 weeks long, and here is a sample weekly overview You can see that each week, students will learn one module, will have a welcome during the first week, and then also a final and a closing ceremony during week 6. The topics that you can see here cover all of the things that I just mentioned, and they're designed to fit within a week of instruction. That is to say that we can cover the entire topic within that week. The course is online. It is a non-credit course, and the course will be taught by a primary instructor and also an instructional assistant that will support students and support the instructor. It's 36 total instruction hours, and it's divided up between synchronous and asynchronous learning. So synchronous is just a fancy word for saying real time or live. So this is a synchronous presentation that you're watching right now. So each week you'll have about 4.5 hours of synchronous class time or live class time over 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You'll also have 1.5 hours of asynchronous, so non-live class time each week. And depending on how fast you work, about 2 to 3 hours of additional assignments or homework. One of the ways that we're going to make this course very interactive is by using a platform called Canvas. So if any of you are taking classes online right now, it's very likely that you're familiar with this platform. It's one of the most well-known. I'm taking some classes for fun, and I use Canvas. You can see a screenshot on the screen here of what my Canvas course looks like. And this is going to have all the information that you need, all of the course materials, the links for the live class sessions, your assignments. You'll be able to have discussions with other students and with the instructor, see your grades in real time. So this is a very robust source of information all in one place. So it'll make the online learning experience really easy and seamless. You'll also receive a UW Net ID, just like all of the UW students do. And this is how you'll access this system and a number of other services that the university has. And one of the best parts, in my opinion, no textbook is required. Textbooks are quite expensive, and we want to help keep costs down and make things simple. So all of the course materials that you will need are available right here on this Canvas site from your instructor. And students will receive a final grade for the course. And the students who successfully complete the course, which hopefully is everybody that's watching today, will receive a fancy certificate from the University of Washington. And of course, when you receive your certificate, it will not say sample. It will actually have signatures and your name. This is just to give you an idea of what to expect. Okay. Right. So I know I went through quite a bit of information here. So I'm going to pause here. I think I'm going to turn it back to the folks at G2, who will talk a little bit more, and then we'll have time for questions later this morning.
Thank you, Chris.
Great. Thank you so much, Chris, for the detailed, well-explained program explanation. And thank you
My pleasure.
for your time today. Right now, I will actually just start going to open the Q&A session. So if you have questions, please feel free to ask. You may write it in the chat column. You can write it in Bahasa Indonesia or in English, whichever you prefer. And Cindy from G2 Academy will compile those and will organize all the questions for everyone today. So Cindy, do we have questions ready?
Okay, so far we still have no questions. So probably we can have another direct sessions with the participants.
Okay, actually then I will continue just a little bit more detail about this program. So let me share my screen here. So that this program is very special because it is a customized program from University of Washington, so that we get to share and offer those program to you in Indonesia. So the program will be in 6 weeks, like Chris said, and it's a combination between live and non-live teaching. It will be conducted at 7:30 p.m. Jakarta time, which is actually around 4:30 a.m. in Seattle. So it's really a lot of effort for everyone here to be able to offer this course for you. So I may also share some of the prerequisites for this course. You do not need to know any programming experience, so don't worry about that. You need to be able to understand English, because everything will be taught in English by the instructors from University of Washington. You will have some English assessment grids that you can self-check to make sure that you can follow along well and maximize your program, computer science program. How to register is easy. You can register on our website, or you can also directly contact us through our email or a WhatsApp number. And then you will be required to complete some application documents and to proceed to payment, and you're ready to join. And right now, we can also offer you a program so that to make this program more affordable, we offer that you can pay them in 6 monthly installments with 0%. I'm sharing you on the screen our links and our contact numbers, just so if you have more questions, please feel free to contact us. So I welcome everyone who would like to ask more about this program.
Maybe one of the few people that asked Chris is the do we need computer science or any background to take this class? Any prerequisites, or do I need to know a little bit of programming, something like anything like that, to join, to be able to follow along this program?
No, you don't. We do not require previous programming or computer science experience. You do need to have a good understanding of English, and we're happy to provide some self-assessment questions to make sure that you have the level of English that is necessary to follow along in the class. But if you can follow along with this presentation, then you're in good shape. You won't have any trouble.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
Cindy, do we have questions coming maybe from your end?
Okay, so looking from the chat, so I think we still need another minutes to compile, because I think most of the participants probably they have questions, but then like they still like confusing probably to type down here and share it with us. And also if all of the participants, okay. I think we have one questions here from Ali. Okay, so it's from Ali. I have a questions. So if I want to become a computer science, I think, this one. Any scholarship, probably, Chris?
Unfortunately, we don't have any scholarships at this time, but I will say that when we designed this course with G2, we did our very best to keep the cost down to a minimum. We understand that school is expensive, and we think that this training is very valuable, and we support the mission of G2 in creating as many computer nerds as possible or geeks as possible. So we tried to keep the cost down to a minimum to make it affordable for students.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's pretty good. That's also one of the questions from Asep Agus. And we have another one here. Okay, thank you, Asep. I want to be one of the nerds. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And there's one coming up questions. It's from Alfie. Maybe if I'm still 16 years old, I'm gonna ask my mother about this. Okay, it's probably because of mostly the participants here are students, so they need to like offer this programs and discuss this to their parents as well. So yeah, we can have another sessions with them, and probably another one. This one. Yeah. Pengajarnya langsung dari UW. Yes, of course. Chris Thomas. Yeah. It's from University of Washington. And this one, it's coming up from Josephine. This question isn't really related to the course, but what are the specific degree recruitments to be accepted in UW?
Let me clarify that for you, Chris. The question is, what are the specific degree requirements to be accepted in UW?
Sure. So first, it depends if you're talking about undergraduate or a graduate program. The requirements are very different depending on what type of degree you're interested in. The UW is a very competitive university. I told you earlier that rankings are a bad reason to choose a school. You should choose it for so many other reasons about fit and price and areas of specialization. But because we are ranked so highly, we get so many applications. And it makes getting accepted into programs sometimes very competitive, including computer science. The best thing that you can do is to improve your English as much as possible. We do have an English proficiency requirement. Volunteer, get a part-time job, do really well in your high school classes, and do as many extracurriculars as possible to strengthen your application. The other thing that I always give as a piece of advice to students is that we receive at the university, all universities, hundreds and thousands of applications from really smart students that did well in school and are very motivated. You only have one opportunity to show us what makes you special, and that's in your personal statement. So take that personal statement very, very seriously. Spend a lot of time on it. Let us get to see who you are and put a face and a story to those awesome grades that you have. And that's my advice.
Thank you, Chris. And then the next question is, if I want to become a computer science expert, what skills should I prepare first? Maybe Pak Ferry also can help us out to answer this one.
Yeah, to be a computer science expert, I think from my experience, this course actually is the very first step to learn, to be an expert in this field. All the technology conveniences that we enjoy right now, like Zoom, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, all the conveniences, all the speed, everything is based on computer science. This is the very first building blocks to build of the technology. So what we are built here, the curriculum that we built together with UW, University of Washington, is the very first building blocks, the very first step for you to upskill your, upgrade your geek potentials. This is the very first step to be a great programmer, to be a great software developer. I hope that answered your question. Yeah, go ahead.
If I can just add to that, I agree very much with what Ferry said, and I think this program is a great foundation. But one of the things that you also will need to be an expert in computer science or IT is a passion for learning, because the field of IT and computer science evolves so rapidly. Platforms like Zoom didn't exist a few years ago because the technology is evolving so quickly. So in order to become an expert is one thing, but in order to stay an expert requires you to keep learning and keep staying up to date on all the evolving technologies and trends.
Thank you, Ferry and Chris, for answering that question. There's another question. How much does it cost? So I can actually share that for this question. The program for a 6-week program with a combination of live and non-live lecture is going to be $3,000 US, or in Indonesian rupiah, it will be 45 million Indonesian rupiah. But we also provide a 6-month installment program for you. So you can pay them in monthly payments. And then the next question is that if I'm still 16 years old, I'm going to ask my parents. Yes, I encourage you that you share this program to your parents, definitely. And we are here. G2 Academy is available also to answer your questions anytime. And if your parents want to know more about the program, we can share you details more about that.
I also want to add a little bit. I think this for any of you, the one that's been thinking, what is technology? How to build a WhatsApp, how to build Instagram, how to build a Facebook. This is actually a good program to know whether you are a fit for this program. Not everybody can be an expert here, so this is like a trial class for you. Whether to see whether it's before you jump in, and this is a good trial to find out whether you are gonna like it, because like Chris said, this field it's so many different topics that you can learn, like machine learning and networks and everything like that. The next 20 years in Indonesia will be all the jobs, all the business opportunity, everything, even not just in Indonesia, in the world will always be technology based. So I think this is a good top class for you to get familiar how it is being built. If you're not, your talent is not here, at least you know something about technology. So that's I think it's information that I think need to be heard by everybody.
Okay, thank you, Pa.
Thank you.
There's another question. So is this university integrated with several companies that allow us to get a job immediately after college?
Let me answer that. You don't have to worry when you graduate. So many people, so many companies demand graduates, not only in America, even in Jakarta, Indonesia. If you graduate with a good GPA, with a good score, with a good grade, not only one, but tens of companies will look for you. So you don't have to worry about whether you're going to get a job or not. I think I always encourage students is just focus on your study and get a good grades. The whole world is looking for talent in technology. If you want to add something to that, Chris, welcome.
Yeah, I just echo exactly what you said. So many graduates from IT-related programs, both at the University of Washington and all over the world, have companies begging them to come and work for them. There's such demand right now that as long as you take your studies seriously and are passionate about your work, I don't think you'll have any problem there.
Right.
And just going back to the original question, University of Washington does have a lot of partnerships. In fact, Microsoft is very heavily integrated with the UW and just made a very large donation of about, I think, either 100 or $300 million to expand the computer science building just a few years ago. So there's definitely a lot of connections to industry there.
Wow. Yeah. Like you mentioned earlier in your presentation that there's so many tech companies based in Seattle. So, and the computer science department is also help funded by those big tech companies. Okay, so the next question, can G2 Academy help with our application process to UW? So what I can answer to that question is that for specifically this short course program, yes, all applications can be submitted through G2 Academy. And we will help guide you to enroll for the program and keep you updated until the program starts. I hope that answers a question from Josephine. Okay.
Can I have a question, please?
Yes, go ahead. Asep, actually, would you like to direct your question directly? Please, you're welcome to open your mic.
Okay, because I joined a little bit late. I want you to repeat about the curriculum and what kind of programs that we have. Is it a full stack program or a front end or a back end program, or what kind of technologies and what kind of technologies that we will have after we finish this program?
Oh, let me answer that. Actually, it's not specific to front end or back end. It will be before that. So we teach you that the program will teach you what is programming, what is algorithm, what is loop, what is functions. It's more it's a more a foundational curriculum. So we are not it's not specific front end or back end languages. Maybe Chris, you can add.
Yeah, exactly what you said, Ferry. I think this program is very much about building a foundation and not necessarily specific to front end or back end. It's getting the foundational skills so that then you can continue your studies in those other areas.
Right.
So we'll have a degree after we finish this program, or no?
No. So this program is a non-credit. So it's basically you will get certificate of completion from University of Washington with a grade. So actually, it's a program that will for you to it's a first step to learn about programming. So if you want to continue, of course, we're gonna have we will offer many more, but for this specific program, it's non-degree and there's no we offer a certificate of completion.
Actually, I will add to that. So this program is actually geared towards those of you who are interested in technology and want to know more. So this is a great chance for you to experience what a computer science class will look like and what you will learn. And you will also experience doing maybe small projects to practice what you learn. And so it'll help you decide whether computer science or software or technology courses are the right fit for you before you actually choose computer science as a major. So I think that's also another benefit, that if you are able to join this good opportunity, that you don't even need to also waste credits later on in the university. And I think it will also help you make decisions whether the program is a right fit for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question, Asep. Maybe we'll, if there's any more, we'll try to answer a few more. And that's basically most of our program today. So while Chris Thomas is here, I invite you to ask directly. But if you also want to try to contact G2 Academy, we will also welcome you to save our number on the screen and from our website.
Kak, maybe I would like to give a chance for Emmanuel or Josephine. If you have questions, you can open your microphone and ask questions. If you have further questions, otherwise you can also ask questions in the chat.
All right.
All right.
I think that that's most of the questions are answered. And I just maybe want to thank everyone for participating on today's event. Special thanks to Chris for taking your time to attend today's event. And I think we have reached the end of our program today. Like I said, that if you have any questions about our program, please contact us through the number and the website on the screen. We will gladly answer your questions and provide you more detailed information about the program. You can also follow our social media accounts to keep you updated about our activities and other programs coming into 2021. So I'd like to close this program. Thank you again. Stay healthy, and we hope to see you again in other events.
Okay. Thank you, Chris. Thank you,
Hey,
everyone.
everyone.
Thank
Have a
you.
great day.
You too. Bye-bye.